never know when it starts. Okay, I think it's recording now. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the Knitting Annihilator podcast. My name is Akira. I am coming to you from a different location. I'm visiting my parents in my hometown of Adamsville while my husband is at work. So I was like, let's podcast here. Let's see. It is about 3:40. I usually don't podcast this late because my husband's usually already at work, but he didn't go to work till 1, so I spent time with him before he went to work. I'm coming back from holiday. I'm back and I'm better. So, we are going to talk about some knitting. Thank you for all the support that I've had from family and friends. And if you're new, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. You can find me on Ravelry as Kira Green 95 and also on Instagram as knitting_annihilator_. That's the only way that Instagram would take it. So, yeah. Alright. And I think that is all for announcements. Just how I want to do podcasts. I'm going to do it every 2 weeks. I'm usually trying to record on Saturday, edit and upload on Sunday. But I am recording on Sunday now because I just got back from Maryland. And it's been a little crazy with work and all that stuff. So I finally have time to sit down and chillax. I'm looking at my sister if you see me looking up because I love her. I love you. Don't do me like that. So, alright. So that's how it's going to be every 2 weeks. And hopefully I can stick to that schedule and get you some content. I knit fast, but I feel like the podcast will help me slow down some. Because I'll be like, oh, I want to show them this and that and that. So, yep. And if you don't know and you haven't seen episode 1, my superpower is knitting. I am a superhero. Yeah. And, yeah. And this is a podcast about mostly knitting. Maybe if I start doing other things like crocheting or something like that, I'll include that too. But mostly my love is knitting. I'm a knitting fanatic, and that's what I do in my life. Alright, so we should get to some yarny goodness. I have 2 FOs technically, but only 1 here because I've already given it away. My first FO is the silver shawl. I showed it last podcast, and it wasn't completed. And I finished it, and I gave it to my great-grandma. So, hi, Gran. I gave it to her, and she was happy about it. I didn't take any pictures because I was going to get emotional, and we don't need that. So, she loved it. My second FO, which is finished objects, is the Age of Brass and Steam Kerchief. That is a handful, mouthful, all kinds of full. I'll put the name on the screen for you. And this is what it looks like. So I made this for a little girl. And I made it for this woman when we went to Baltimore, Maryland. My brother-in-law, he's on a football team. And he plays for the Broncos. And their colors are red, white, and blue. And this woman, she saw me knitting. And she said, hey, will you make my daughter one of those? And I was like, sure, yeah. And she was like, well, how much do you charge? And I called my husband over to kind of help me out. So he told her how much I would charge or whatever. And she gave me the money up front. They're so trusting because I could have just ran off. But I'm not that kind of person, so I didn't run off. So I went ahead and finished it. It didn't take me that long. Because it's a little girl, I felt like I should just use acrylic yarn and not like the good stuff. Because I'm sure she's going to, roll around in dirt, whatever children do. So you can just throw this in the microwave. Throw it in the microwave. Throw it in the washing machine and the dryer and stuff. So I think it came out pretty nice. And of course she'll, put it on and all that stuff. So I think I did pretty okay. Now, one thing that I'm not happy with myself about is this. Where's the camera? Okay, here we go. with this weaving in the ends part. I am so bad at weaving in ends. I am still a beginner. I am still learning, so yeah. Just weaving in the ends just, they be giving me the hugest struggle. So yeah, so that's all the FOs that I have. Now we can go into works in progress. It takes a lot out of me not to call them whips and nays because of that song. But we'll digress from there. So I am participating in the 3 Peas in a Pod's mystery cow with the Periscoping sisters. And I've been failing as a knitter because I've been trying to make my sister this present, and it's been going so bad. I've been like working on it for like 2 days and nothing else, and then it went so bad and I trashed it like twice. So I was like, you know what, let's take a break, let's do something different. So I finally picked up my shawl, and I'm almost finished with clue 1, and I know clue 2 just came out. So I told myself that I would not update the pattern until I have clue 1 completed. So I'll go ahead and show you what I have. Sorry for the crinkling. Personally, I love the crinkling because I love, like, oh my gosh, you guys are buying all kinds of stuff, and I like seeing guys with stuff. Alright, so this is, I kind of stopped in the middle. So, hold on. Get this knitted up for you. So how's everybody doing? Doing good? Awesome. Having a lovely day so far. Been visiting my parents, and we have been just watching YouTube videos and stuff. I try to explain to them that a podcast is relatively longer than other things, because my mom's like, I'm not going to watch anything that's like over an hour. And I was like, then you don't want to do that. So, alright. I just want to get to the end of the row, so that way when I show you, it's not like in half, because that's weird to me. And this pattern is so beginner friendly. So if there's anyone that, gets the pattern after the mystery cow and you're like, nervous about the picot bind offs and all that stuff, it's really easy to pick up and work with. I have a stitch marker on here to let me know what the front and the back is. I don't know if that's cheating, but whatever. So this is what I have so far. And the yarn I'm using is the Lolo Did It yarn. They did suggest that yarn for the mystery knit along. And this is my first Lolo Did It yarn, and I'm so excited. What really inspired me was Mrs. Brown's Bags, Jody from the Grocery Girls. She actually has a project bag, and she used a swatch of Pretty Little Zombies. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, that is beautiful. So I got it, and I got colors that kind of match the colors that are already in the yarn. So you got some green, and then my third color, I think that left it at home, but my third color is like a pastel pinky color. Yeah, that's nasty, girl. A pastel pinky color. So, yeah, so I'm really excited. And I'm really loving, this is becoming such a nice knit. Now, I know this right here, these little things, I'm going to fix that. So don't judge me. And, yeah. So this is clue 1 pretty much. I'm on the 5th color B little stripe. And then I'll update the pattern and do pattern clue 2. But yeah, I'm enjoying the knit. And like I said, it is beginner knitter friendly. The picot bind off's not that hard. She then has a checklist on there for like your little things and stuff. It is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to give like everything away. So you just have to buy it for yourself and see how easy and just kind of mindless they make it. Like, I do this while watching TV, and I'm never nervous or anything like that. So that is the only whip that I have at this time. Some dream knitting. I actually want to start on a garter stitch pattern that I seen on the Legacy Knits podcast. I think Chelsea was making it. It's like this huge, like, shawl-looking thing with buttons on it. You wrap it around yourself. And it's nothing but garter stitch, and it looks like just scrap yarn. So I'm going to go back to their show notes and find what that pattern is, and I'm probably going to do that. So, and here's the tag for the yarn. So, are you okay? I'm sure they care about you too. They want you to be okay. I'm just saying. So, yeah. So there's that. Alright, that was my only whip, so I'm not really working on anything else right now at this time. So I do have some shopping shenanigans. I did purchase my first 2 project bags, and I'm really excited for them to get here. I believe they're getting here on Monday. One of them is the 2-tone tribal elephant bag by Still City Stitcher. Oh my god. I have a love for elephants. As you can see, like, I have an elephant here. This is an elephant. I'm a little chocolatey, so in person it's pretty awesome. But no, I don't know. And I have 2 elephants on my back. I have an elephant right here going across right here. So yeah, I have a love for elephants. So when I saw the bag, I was like, gotta get it. So yeah, I got it. And it should be coming on Monday. I think my second one should be coming on Monday too. And it's a Halloween project bag from Holy Cricket Knits. And like, for some reason in my mind, I feel like a British accent. You need it for that. So I'll be like, Holy Cricket Knits. That's not a British accent. We'll work on it. We'll get there. But yeah, Holy Cricket Knits. And both of these are Etsy shops. And yeah, and they were a good price, and I'm excited for when they get here. And then I'll have something to put my Mystery Knit Along shawl in. And of course, I'm going to put it in the Halloween bag because it's Pretty Little Zombies Halloween. And Halloween's my birthday, and I'm excited. And I'll be 21, and all I want is yarn. Like, all I want is yarn. I know it's weird for a 21-year-old to say, but that is all I want. Yeah, so that's all of my knitting shenanigans. So, my brother wants me to do this segment called Girl, Let Me Tell You. And I figured that'll be Girl, Let Me Tell You / Random Thoughts. So I'll kind of put them all together and just tell you, because I know on episode 1, I advised you guys that I hate making socks. Yeah, I have a hatred for making socks. So I figured I would show you why I hate making socks. So I started knitting about a year ago, and I started off with a scarf. Typical, first time project. Then I went to a hat, and the hat didn't come out like the pattern called for. And yeah, it was a bit much. It's okay, Maria. It's cool. I'm in the kitchen. My sister's like trying to make sure she's so quiet. I'm like, dude, it's your house. You live here. I'm visiting. But anyway. So yeah, so I started off with a scarf, then a hat, and then I made my mom a shawl, my first shawl ever. And so after I made my mom a shawl, I was like, I really want to make socks. I want to make socks, and I know that, other people love socks. So I would love to just learn how to make socks. So I find this pattern. It's called the Bulky Sleep Socks by Stacy of Very Pink here on YouTube. That's who also kind of taught me other tricks of knitting and stuff like that. And I love her. She's very informative, and it's really fun to watch. And so I buy the pattern, I buy the yarn, and I'm excited. And it's really bulky yarn too. Like, it's acrylic yarn, size 8 needles. So like these bad boys are pretty massive. So I go to knit one, and I feel like I am doing great. I'm feeling it. It's all working good. I'm trying it on in between, and it's working good. I do have a problem with picking up the stitches, but even then I was so feeling myself. I was like, nothing can go wrong right now. I just want to make sure I show you the first. Yeah, this is the first one. So this is the first one. We'll get to this part in a minute. So this is the first one. And you see, like, my little toes, they came out so cute. And all the stockinette and my little heels and stuff. So I'm thinking, like, oh, this is perfect. Then we get to sock number 2. Hi, Guy. I'm podcasting. Would you like to say hi? No? Yeah, he literally just woke up. My brother's here now. So, yeah. So then we get to sock number 2. Sock number 2, I don't know what the heck happened. Like, this could be someone's sleeve. Like, I don't understand what I did wrong. Like I said, the heel and the toe, they come out pretty okay, but this right here, yeah. So, and as you can see, I still don't know how to weave in no ends. So I think I wear these like once for Christmas, and I try to put them on Christmas, but I'm so embarrassed of them, I don't even want to wear them. So I leave them at my desk to wear when I'm cold. So I put one on one day, and as I'm looking, this starts to happen. What is this? What is this? I don't know. I'm confused. So, since then, I have not made another pair of socks because I do not want to frustrate myself to the point where I just want to break my needles and roll over in a ball and cry. So, but my mom loves socks and my siblings love socks, so I'm going to give it another go. But if this happens again, it's over. No more socks. In the Knitting Annihilator Alliance. No more. And you know, I love sock knitters. Like, I love seeing other people's socks, and they're so pretty. And I just don't understand why mine are dookie boo-boo. They just make me sad. Well, yeah. So that's my girl let me tell you story. And, yeah. So I think that's pretty much all I have to share today. I'm free once I get home. Just going to be knitting up a storm and updating Clue 2, and hopefully I'll have... You're good. I'll have Clue 2 for you when I see you next time in 2 weeks. And we'll hopefully be on track for schedules. My mom wants me to make sure that I have a schedule and I stick to it. So, yep. And if you have any questions, you can personal message me on Ravelry or direct message me on Instagram, or you can leave a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you'd like to join the Alliance. And, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and happy knitting.